Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, I'm gonna give you 3 niche fragrances, the only 3 niche fragrances that you need for this autumn. And you wanna know something? These 3 niche are quite affordable. Number 1 might be a little bit more expensive, but let's just kick it off with number 1. Bond No. 9's Cooper Square. This stuff is really good. It's very underrated from the brand of Bond. So this has like juniper berries, myrrh, olibanum, cognac or rum, so some sort of boozy accord, lavender, and vetiver. So what it is, it's a fresh, woody fragrance with lavender, some undertones of booze, and definitely that olibanum balsamic-y feel. There is a bit of an ambery vibe to this one here. It's a great scent. It's somewhat classical but modern, kind of like fragrance number 2. Fragrance number 2 is better, all right, but it's cheaper. But this one here is actually, it's a fougere fragrance, a bit of a barbershop vibe, classical but modern at the same time, and longevity off this, solid. 8 to 9 hours, very versatile. That's marketed as a unisex scent. However, I think that this dives more towards the guys for a change, because when it comes to Bond No. 9, and I should know, I'm an unpaid shill from the brand, all their unisex fragrances generally lean more to the lady side. This leans towards the dudes for a change, so which really says a lot. So if you like barbershop, classic barbershop feels, but modern, look into this one if you want, all right? Because I think it's a great scent from the brand, very under the radar, and I'm not trying to I am trying to get noticed from Bond. I really am, because again, unpaid shill, I need a paycheck. You know, Ferrari didn't pay me, Zegna didn't pay me, Ferragamo didn't pay me. Oh, Lord, can we get Bond at least? Probably not. Fragrance number 2, the best from this list, and definitely the most masculine and the most mature. Acqua di Parma Colonia Quercia. I'd probably pronounce that wrong, but this stuff is classical but modern. So some of the classical notes is going to be that geranium, oak moss, lemon, patchouli, cedar, but maybe something a little bit more modern is going to be that pink pepper. Geranium, oak moss, and that patchouli give it that old school vibe along with cedar. It's masculine. A lot of the fragrances from this brand, they are unisex, but this is marketed towards the men out there, and this is a masculine, mature fragrance, all right? Very versatile, dressing it down to dressing it up. Like this, you could dress down with a leather jacket, so a bit of a bad boy feel, to a tuxedo. This is what this is. So very versatile, signature scent worthy. This is an EDC concentration, but it don't act like an EDC. This acts as an EDT or even like an EDP, because this lasts anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, which for an EDC, that says a lot. And you're gonna spend about 110 bucks on this. Like I've spent, I think it was $82 Canadian for this very bottle. Just shop around, because this is definitely the cheapest out of the 3. Fragrance number 3. This is a great brand that just doesn't get a lot of mention except for me. I'm pretty much the only guy that plugs this brand. It's an English brand, and it's also quite affordable. Atkinson's, but Atkinson's Amber Empire. This is a unisex fragrance that leans a little bit more towards the ladies. Depending on where you look, it is marketed towards the ladies out there, but I think that a modern day gentleman could definitely pull this one off. This one here is amber. It's definitely powdery. So if you don't like powdery fragrances, this is one that I highly recommend you avoid. But vanilla, amber, oolong tea, myrrh, sandalwood, but also musk. Oh, this stuff is so good. This stuff is the sexiest of the 3. I would say it's the least versatile. But for a woman, this would smell fantastic on a woman, but it would smell good. Not fantastic, but good on a modern day gentleman. Someone, however, with a sense of style. but this would smell very elegant on a woman who's wearing a ball gown or like a really nice elegant dress. It's a great formal fragrance for either gender, but I would actually go with, like, if you're a guy, I would go with this one here. But for a woman, this would smell fantastic at a formal event. Again, gentlemen, if you don't like powdery fragrances, this is one that I definitely would not recommend to you. So again, sweet, powdery, ambery, woody, longevity, not bad neither. 6 to 8 hours. So everybody, that is 3 fragrances, the only 3 niche fragrances that you need for the autumn of 2022. And these are all quite affordable. This one is gonna lean a little bit more on the expensive side, but I got my bottle for about, I think it was $120, a 50 ml. So just shop around. You might get it for about maybe $160. Even at $160, I think it's worth it. But if you can get it at a better price, then do so. If you want to see more detailed reviews of these 3 fragrances, they will all be down in the description box below. And if you want to see other top, you know what, because that this is just a niche autumn video, you might get a review or a top 5. Or hell, even a smell and rate. So check out this side here. And if you like this very video, leave me one of these. Thank you for your time, take care, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.